Thank you for watching the talk with Barb, Molly, and Princey. Um, Again, I've been missing in action for a couple of days, so please bear with me. Today we're gonna be talking about the Alex Baldwin shooting fiasco and the Kyle Rittenhouse situation. So we're just gonna do those two right now, and then we'll do maybe two more in a little bit. I have my makeup on. I went out and I still have my makeup and it looked like half of it is gone. So please. Anyway, the Alex Baldwin fiasco, really, I can't, I don't understand. Because he came out and talked a little bit and about it, and I know that he looks very sorry because I really, honestly, I don't think he would have taken a gun and shoot the lady, and I don't think so. I don't think he's that type. I've been watching him for a very long time, even getting older now, and you know what I mean. He's a very nice gentleman. Yeah, he have his temper and thing, and everybody does. When somebody mess with you, you lose your cool a little bit. But nevertheless, but it seemed like somebody wanted to get back at them or something. Because now they are talking about suing and lawyers and all that, and everybody's lawyering up, and everybody is, you know what I mean, doing this and suing because it only take one thing, and then everybody have a lawyer in their back pocket and pull it out. Because I've never seen anybody love suing like this country. Everybody sue, sue, sue. They sue you for walking on the street. You look at a person, they sue you. So everybody lawyering up and talking and blaming him, and you know what I mean. But because he think or that is was on the blank in there, and a matter of fact, it shouldn't be anything in the gun, whether blank or not. It should be a toy gun, and they have these props that when they click it, then something go off like a real gun. There shouldn't be anything in any gun. It should be toy gun on the set that they work with. But I think somebody really, really, really wanted to hurt that, hurt that movie or him, and that's why they do that kind of thing. And now it's so much blame going around. Oh, they hired this and they hired that, and I don't know if people understand or realize that when they are making a movie, they only have X amount of money, and some people don't have a lot of money to work with, so they're gonna do it the cheapest way. Some people have money, can spend millions. I heard The Rock talking that they buy two sport car and all that, for his project that he's doing. But a lot of people don't have a lot of money to throw around, especially when you have to pay all these big actors and actresses and all these people, and it depends on how many people you're having in the movie. You know what I mean? So you have to pay all those people, and so I really sympathize really with him, and I really don't think, but they're launching all this big investigation and oh, come on, there are other things out there need to be investigated. You know what I mean? This should have been a short case, because it's an accident. No matter what you investigate, it's an accident. He fired a gun, he wouldn't fire the gun to shoot somebody. It's a movie. And somebody put that live bullet in there. And there shouldn't be any live bullet on the set. But then again, people have to bear arms. And so they have bullets. And so, there we go again. Somebody get killed. And somebody got to pay the penalty. Innocent people got to pay the penalty. Innocent people die. And it's always something with a gun. I wish they didn't have guns. Really, I really wish But the carnal man would come up with something else to kill people. It's always it's either or. But I just wish that would over with. Every day is something else about it. And oh, they're suing, and oh, they're this, and oh, they're investigating. And I don't see any, you know what I mean? Come on, I'm not a police, or a person in authority. But, come on. This is not something that really. I'm sorry that the lady get killed and her husband and their children left behind and thing. Well, they had to have insurance on the set or whatever it is. Give them a couple $1 million, and that money can't buy back your death, family, but just to smooth it over, and see if it can squash down a little bit. Okay, that is that for that Alex Baldwin fiasco. Anyway, my other big one is the Kyle Rittenhouse fiasco. He's his fiasco. Did you see that young man understand, squinting his eye and squeezing his eyes, talking about he's crying? And you know what? People buy right into it. Who the hell cry like that? Squeezing your eye and squeezing. What, trying to make blood out of stone? He didn't cry when he was killing those parent children. He didn't cry. He was walking around with his AK-47. He didn't cry, didn't give a hoot when he was killing people. So now it caught up with him, and he see that his little behind is going to be going to prison. He's squeezing blood out of his eyes. He could squeeze until blood comes. He's supposed to go to prison. Nobody tell him to jump from his state and go into another state to go talk about he's protecting people building. Anybody call him? Is he a police? Is he a security guard? He's a damn vigilante. And they talk about, he stand your ground or whatever it is, defending himself. Defending himself from who call him? Who the heck call him? He's not a police, he's not a paramedic. And he's a lie about he's a paramedic. And I don't know how these people, I don't know how they sleep at night, honestly. I really don't know. Because these people lie at the drop of a hat. This little boy tell them that he was paramedic and he was this and he was that. Wasn't anything. Didn't even finish high school. Little dumbass. Didn't even finish high school. But yet, people are racking out millions of dollars on GoFundMe to pay for him. The parents of the two young men that he killed, or their wives, or their children, how do they feel? Does he think of that? Does the judge think of that? Does anybody think of the victim? No. But he's understand, squeezing his eyes and squeezing because and looking straight at the jury. Looking straight over there where the juries were. If you were crying any at all, you put your hand in your face and you feel ashamed and you're crying. That is when you're sorry for what you do. Not on there squeezing and squeezing because you see that you have to pay the penalty now and you don't want to pay the penalty. Put his little behind in prison. Let him grow up in there. Nobody tell him to leave his state and go to come to shoot somebody else. Nobody tell him to call him. But every time there is something about Black Lives Matter, and I'm going to be doing a racist video in a couple days. Whenever time is Black Lives Matter, everybody get up because they don't understand Oh, white life matter. Every life matter, yes. But black people is the only people police shoot down on the street and ask questions after. Shoot you down innocently. You have your cell phone, you're dead. You have a pack of Skittles, you're dead. You have a pack of chip, you're dead. Because everything look like a cell phone for police. Do you ever see these police when they stop white people on the street? And if they're running away, they pull out a taser and they tase them. Anytime it's a black person, they pull out a gun. Anytime there's a black person, they pull out a gun. What's the difference? A man is a man, a woman is a woman. But anytime there's a black person do something, it's like black life doesn't mean anything in America. If you're black, your life don't. You have your black kid, and every time he leave the house, you are worried until he get back inside that he's gonna get killed on the street. If it's not by some vigilante, it's by the cops. White people don't have to do that. Their children get up and go out and play, go out and go at night and come back in. We don't have that luxury. Our children end up dying on the street like a dog for nothing. Oh, we can't even jog on the road. If you're jogging, people think that you steal something and running. They have nothing for you to take, but they think you have something that you're running because you steal something. This white lady told my neighbor, "Why do you have to run when you jog? When you go jogging, don't run, just walk." Because you know what she's saying. Because if you see a black man running, the first thing they look through the window and through the curtain and call the police. And the police come and don't ask any question. Where are you coming from? Where are you going? You can't walk. You're not free. You are not free. White people are free. They walk. They do anything they want to do. But no, not you. What you doing in this neighborhood? Where are you coming from? Where are you going? Although you live in the neighborhood, you have to show him a driver's license. You have to pull out your FPNL card. You have to pull out your water bill. You have just to show that you live in the neighborhood. I remember one time I bought a Mercedes Benz. And my son's car break down and need oil. And my husband was changing the oil. And I told my son to drive the Mercedes Benz and go to the corner store and pick up the oil from the gas station right at the corner store. Would you believe? The police detained my son with my car. Detained my son in my Mercedes Benz, asking him where he get the car. So then he called me on the phone because my son gave him my number to call. And asked me if he's my son. I asked him. I said, do you miss a Mercedes Benz? Do you lose one? I said, let my son come home. I said, did I report the car stolen? So why did you detain him? Why you stop him? You're not supposed to drive a car like that. He's supposed to drive a beat up car. And because it wasn't beat up, it didn't feel good. You have to detain him. You have to stop him. So when you black is that they don't expect good things. You live into a neighborhood and they're passing and they look and they with a piece of open lot beside you and they come there and park and listening and doing. Because what? They want to see if you really live there. Because it's too good for you to live in that neighborhood. The house is too good for you. You're supposed to live in some rotten down, run down neighborhood. And then they talk about it. People in that ghetto. But if you're not in the ghetto, they don't like it. So this little boy sit there, crying his eye out. They say, I didn't see any tears. I didn't see anything. Nothing coming down. Nothing at all coming down. But as he was squeezing out his eyes, and the judge gave a recess. I know you have to be sympathetic, But please, that young man shoot people children, people father, people brother, people sister, people husband. He shoot them for no reason at all. Send his little butt to prison. Let him go in there and grow up. And get his life together. He come out, he may be a better man. But when they do something and they to go to prison, they come up with all different laws. I heard a judge talking about some laws from 1934. They pick up some laws and twist it around to say this. Stand your ground and this. And anybody else have anything and it says stand your ground. Oh no. They would beat the butt out of you and you cannot pull your gun because it's a stand your ground. You can't stand your ground if you're black. If you're white, you can't stand your ground. But if you're black, you cannot stand your ground. This is just so crazy. If a white man shoot a man in his yard, oh yeah, he don't have to go to the police station to, oh, it is justified. If a black person shoot a person in his yard, he have to go down the police station and spend hours down there for them to question him and put words in his mouth and twist his words around and call him a liar. Ridiculous. I'm sorry I'm getting heated because this is just too much. That little boy is supposed to go to prison. He shoots someone's child. He shoots someone's husband. He shoots someone's father. He needs to go to prison. Like anybody else who did wrong. Or shoot somebody like that. They to go to prison. Nobody wasn't bothering him. Yes, everybody was out there eating. And because the guys were eating, because he was with a long gun and he was a child. You're 17, what are you doing with a gun? His parents should be arrested. His parents should be arrested because he's a minor. And his mother should be arrested, or father, or both. Because she drove him through county line. But no, she's walking free. Because again, the privileges that they have, we don't have it. Well, we will see. I think they rest they rest their case and they're gonna do closing arguments on Monday. So we will see what come of that case. We will see. Okay, I'm out of here. Thank you for watching Barb, Molly, and Princey. Have a good Saturday afternoon.